Hey there, and welcome back to Strong Nourished Momma. Today, we're tackling a question I know so many of you are struggling with, something that I struggled with. Why do I still look pregnant even months after giving birth? If you've ever looked down at your belly and thought, why won't this go away? I'm working out, I'm eating well, but I still have this belly or pooch, you are not alone. I see so many postpartum moms frustrated by this, and I totally get it. I was there. I was frustrated by it. You're doing everything you think you should be doing, planks, crunches, tons of cardio, but nothing is changing. The truth is, your belly isn't just about this extra weight. There's something deeper happening here, literally, and it's called Diastasis Recti or diastasis, however you want to say it. So today I'm going to walk you through exactly what this condition is, which I've talked about on a previous episode. So I will refer to that episode throughout the show today. We're also going to talk about why it's the real reason behind that pregnant belly look, even though you're postpartum, even though you're not pregnant. And most importantly, how to heal it so you can start feeling strong and confident again. I hope you are able to take so much information from this episode and implement it today, because these are the things that are going to help your core, heal that diastasis recti so that you don't have that pooch, that belly, or look like you're still pregnant after having your baby. Enjoy the show. Feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, and like you've lost yourself in the postpartum chaos, struggling to rebuild your strength, heal your core, and feel confident in your body again? Hey mama, I'm Val, a functional sports dietitian, postpartum fitness coach, and a mama who understands exactly what you're going through. Welcome to the Strong Nourished Momma podcast, where I help busy moms like you regain your energy, rebuild strength, and feel amazing through simple, science-backed nutrition and fitness strategies. If you're ready to go from depleted to strong, nourished, and unstoppable, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Listen, I know you're tired of feeling weak. I know you're tired of struggling with that lingering belly pooch, back pain, or leaking when you sneeze, laugh, or run after your toddler. You're tired of guessing what exercises are actually safe, only to feel more frustrated when nothing seems to work. You're tired of feeling like your body just isn't the same and wondering if it will ever be the same. Mama, I want you to stop feeling stuck. I want you to stop second guessing every move you make, and I want you to start rebuilding your strength with a simple, proven plan that actually works. That's exactly what we're doing inside my Restore Your Core Bootcamp. It's just 45 minutes, and it's happening live on Wednesday, April 16th, but I am also recording it. And I will teach you what's really going on with your core and your pelvic floor and how to start healing the right way so you can feel strong, confident again, play with your toddler, not worry about back pain, not worry about peeing your pants and having to carry extra underwear with you. These are the things that I did postpartum, and I am so much stronger for doing this. Let's stop guessing and start making progress together. Join me for the free Restore Your Core Bootcamp. Save your spot now, and if you can attend live, I will be sending you the recording along with the resources. You in? So go to wellnessbyval.com/bootcamp to claim your spot now. I can't wait to see you there. Have you ever looked in the mirror months after having your baby and wondered, why do I still look pregnant? Now, this is months, more than 3 months, okay? This isn't like right after you have your baby, because your belly, it's going to take time for your uterus to heal, go back to its normal position, and for you to be able to recover after having your baby. So it's not within the first 3 months in that fourth trimester. It's usually 6 plus, even 12 plus months after having your baby. And if you're thinking, why do I still look pregnant? You are not alone. That lingering belly, it's not just about fat. So I don't want you to think, oh, I need to cut calories. I need to eat 1,200 calories a day. I need to over-exercise, spend hours in the gym. I need to live on the Stairmaster and the treadmill. Like, no, that's not going to solve anything. That's going to actually make some things worse. It's a totally different episode. But it's not just about fat when we have that lingering belly. It's often a sign of diastasis recti, diastasis. And here's the thing. After birth, for many moms, that gap doesn't just close up on its own. We have to actively do things to be able to heal that gap. I've said it before, babies are born with diastasis recti, that ab separation. Everything that your baby is doing is actually healing their core. It's working with their stability so that they can crawl, stand, walk, and do all of the functional things. They're milestones, what we need to do as a baby, correct? Moms need to do something similar, obviously a little bit different, but something similar. And that's exactly what I did postpartum. My little girl was doing floor time, tummy time. She was on her back. She was doing her little exercises. I said, okay, every day we have to have Avery do her exercises. And when she's doing her exercises, I'm going to do mine as well. For many moms, that gap doesn't just close up on its own. Instead, you're left with a weak core, right? If we don't work on healing and recovering and doing the correct movements to be able to bring it back together, we're left with a weak core, very poor posture, which you'll see a lot of moms just hanging out on the spine. Their hips are kind of thrusted forward. You may have like a pancake butt, or you may feel like you don't have a butt at all. And then you have low back pain and then a belly that sticks out no matter how much weight you lose. I see this time and time again. I have worked with so many moms who felt frustrated, trying everything, crunches, planks, endless cardio. Like, I just need to do more cardio and crunches. And that's not going to help. Are those things we can definitely incorporate in a workout program and exercise plan? Of course. Are they appropriate at this time? Probably not. But usually their belly still didn't flatten after doing crunches, planks, and endless cardio. And we're going to talk about why. We're going to talk about things that you can actually do to heal your core, because we have to be able to go back to the basics. So what is diastasis recti? It's when the connective tissue between your ab muscles stretches during pregnancy, causing a gap. This weakens your core and can lead to back pain, poor posture, and that mom pooch, just like I explained. So the linea alba, that connective tissue between your rectus abdominis, your six-pack abs, has to stretch. Your ab muscles have to stretch to be able to create room for baby. And I've talked about this in detail in episode 20. So be sure to go back to episode 20, listen to it, and then probably come back to this episode again and check it out. Now, common signs that you have diastasis recti include a bulging or doming belly when you sit up or stand. So that's very common. You may see doming, coning, bulging. They may look a little bit different. They may appear depending on the type of movement that you're doing. And this has everything to do with intra-abdominal pressure. Weak core muscles that make you feel unstable. And because we have a weak core muscles and it's not working together, our core muscles aren't working together with the pelvic floor, that's going to lead to lower back pain and even hip pain. You're like, my hips hurt. Oh my gosh, what's going on? I'm not pregnant anymore. What the heck? And my back, especially when you're holding your baby, you're rocking your baby to sleep and you start to get tired, so you just hang out on the spine. That's going to make things worse. And then all of this goes to that poor posture and that forward tilted pelvis. So the common symptoms of diastasis recti include bulging, doming, coning belly when you sit up, stand, or when you're doing other movements that require higher intra-abdominal pressure, control, weak core muscles that make you feel unstable, lower back pain, maybe even hip pain, poor posture, and that forward tilted pelvis. And here's what moms don't realize. Doing those crunches, those planks, the intense ab workouts actually make it worse. Yep. So the very exercises you might be doing to flatten your belly could be the reason it's not healing and why you're actually not seeing your belly flatten. So we need to be able to take the time to heal, recover that diastasis recti, that abdominal separation. Be sure, if you haven't already, go to episode 20 and listen to that episode where I dive in a little bit deeper. So why does diastasis recti contribute to this pregnant belly or pooch look after you lose weight? Maybe you're 6 months postpartum, maybe you're a year postpartum. It's because we have this ab separation. So again, the rectus abdominis muscles have to separate during pregnancy, and that's 9 months of stretching, and the connective tissue comes out. So if we don't focus on healing and correctly bringing it back together, then it's going to have this connective tissue come out, bulge, dome, or cone when you're doing a variety of different movements. So not only exercises, but even activities of daily living, picking up your toddler, doing laundry, sitting up out of bed. Start to pay attention to any symptoms that you are experiencing. And if you do have that doming and coning, that's typically a symptom, a sign that this is what's going on. We're not able to control that intra-abdominal pressure adequately. So some mistakes that moms make when trying to fix it, they do those traditional ab exercises too soon and not engaging the deep core muscles properly, which we're going to talk about, and ignoring posture and breathing. We cannot ignore our breath as well as our posture when we're just sitting and being, as well as when we're doing activities of daily living, and especially when we are exercising. So why does this make your belly look like you're still pregnant? It's your deep core muscles, the ones that should be pulling everything in. They aren't functioning properly. Instead of supporting your midsection, supporting your spine so that you can do all the things you want to do, your body is compensating, and that causes that lingering mom pooch look. So here is where a lot of moms go wrong. As I mentioned a million times already, they start doing tons of crunches and those abs push outward. So if you're doing all the crunches or the traditional ab workouts that you did before you were pregnant, your abs are going to start to push outward, and it's going to worsen that separation because you're not controlling that intra-abdominal pressure, and especially when the core is still healing from being pregnant. And that takes time. We cannot expect it just to magically go back to where it was after being 9 months pregnant, and then we're 4 months postpartum. Like, okay, why is it still happening? Another reason, or another area where we go wrong, jumping into those planks or sit-ups too soon. So you're putting too much pressure on the weak core. So when you do a plank, there's a lot of control that goes into that to be able to protect the low back, so we don't have a banana back where you're kind of sagging, the hips are sagging, the core is sagging. You can see that in that position. We're not engaging properly, and we're not controlling intra-abdominal pressure properly, as well as breathing. So you're ignoring your posture, your breathing, the core engagement throughout the day, not just during exercises. But what are you doing from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed? Because that matters. Those tendencies of how you are breathing, your posture, how you're moving, your core engagement, that is what's going to translate into the gym, and vice versa. So if you're thinking, well, what should I do? Don't worry, I got you covered. Let's talk about how to heal diastasis recti and strengthen your core. I have 4 steps. Step 1, stop doing exercises that worsen it. Let's stop the crunches, the planks, the sit-ups. You can do those again in the future if you want. There are plenty of other exercises that aren't traditional core exercises that are going to probably be even more supportive. But right now, stop doing exercises that worsen it. It's not going to get us anywhere. Step 2, focus on the deep core activation. How do we do this? So when we think deep core activation, we're thinking about activating our transverse abdominis. Our transverse abdominis, or TVA, is the core set muscle. It's the deepest ab. So you have your rectus abdominis, which is your 6-pack abs. You have your obliques on the side, and then you have your deep core set muscle, that transverse abdominis. And this deep core activation is going to help protect the spine. It's going to help protect you when you're lifting things up so you don't hurt your back, or if you eventually want to get to back squats or lunges or picking up a box or doing literally anything in life, we have to be able to engage the TVA. And this takes practice. And a lot of the times when I'm working with moms, they're like, wait, I can't do this. This is so, my mind and my body, like, how do I connect this? It takes time. And then when they get it, they're like, oh my gosh, Val, this is amazing. And with that, we have to bring in different types of breathing. We have to bring in diaphragmatic breathing, that belly breathing, which a lot of us are not used to. And we also have to bring in stability breathing, because not only do we have to activate that deep core, but we also have to breathe. We can't just hold our breath. That's going to make things worse. Step 3, we have to incorporate proper core strengthening movements, not the crunches, the planks, and the sit-ups. We have to bring in proper core strengthening movements, such as heel slides. As long as you're activating the TVA, you're working on that stability breath, bridges with core engagement, and there's so many others. And then step 4, let's work on posture and alignment. Head neck alignment. Let's work on posture of the hips. The rib cage. Is your rib cage out? Is it in? Are you tucking the tailbone? Overly tucking the tailbone? How are you standing, sitting, and moving? Because all of this matters. Those tendencies, what you're doing 99% of the day, that's going to affect how you're moving in the gym, and we may not be doing it correctly, and that can make things worse. Please understand that even though these are 4 steps, healing takes time. Healing takes time, but it is 100% possible with the right approach. So let's do a quick recap. How to heal diastasis recti and strengthen your core. Step 1, stop doing exercises that worsen it. Cut it out. Step 2, focus on that deep core activation, so that TVA engagement, that transverse abdominal engagement, diaphragmatic belly breathing, stability breathing. And step 3, incorporate proper core strengthening movements, not those traditional ones. Some examples are hill slides, bridges with that core TVA engagement. And step 4, work on your posture, mama, and your alignment, because how you stand, sit, and move, it matters. These are the things that I did. Everything that I am explaining to you, these steps, I did it postpartum, and I am 18 months postpartum now. I feel stronger than I did before I was pregnant. I don't have that ab separation, the doming. Now, it's not that I've neglected the basics either. I still do the basics, because as a mom, I'm still technically healing. It takes 2 to 3 years after having a baby to fully recover physically and nutritionally. So there are times, I'm admitting, there are times where I'm rushing around the house, I'm doing laundry, I'm doing all of the things, I have my toddler, I'm cooking dinner. You guys can relate, I am sure. And I sneeze, I've been holding in my pee, which I know I shouldn't be doing that. I should go to the bathroom. I sneeze and I have a little incontinence. I'm like, gosh, dang it, Val. I go back to those basics, and that helps. Everything that I did early postpartum, I'm still doing, because sometimes it still happens, and that's okay. It's not going to be perfect, but that's making it work for me, so that when I am jump roping, when I am running, which I am trying to prepare for a 5K in May, so I'm running more, I don't have to worry about peeing my pants on the treadmill. And that is awesome. So the good news, you can and you will heal your core, but you have to go about it the right way. If you want to dive a little bit deeper into everything that I just explained, so really those 4 steps on how to heal your core and that ab separation, so you don't have this lingering belly, you don't have back pain, you don't have the pooch, you're able to lift heavy and do all of the things you want to do, then I invite you to join the Restore Your Core Bootcamp. It is totally free. It's 100% free, where we're going to dive deeper. I'm going to actually show you and teach you the movements that you need to be practicing, how you need to be practicing. And it's happening on Wednesday, April 16th. It's 100% free, 45 minutes. Sign up at wellnessbyval.com/bootcamp. And if you can't make it, if something comes up or you already know, Val, I'm working at time or I won't be able to make it, still sign up, because then you're going to get the recording that you can watch later and practice it. And you're going to be getting the resources. I'm going to be going over so much information, and it's going to be really easy to follow and practical. So I don't want you to think that in order to heal your core, it has to take hours on end. It can literally take 60 seconds, 2 minutes, 5 minutes out of your day to be able to start this process. Join me in the free bootcamp, Restore Your Core. Go to wellnessbyval.com/bootcamp. I cannot wait to see you there. It is time to heal your core. It's time to feel amazing again. So let's do this together, mama. Hey, mama, I hope you loved today's episode. If it resonated with you, would you please take 30 seconds to share it with another mom, a mom who's looking to make healthy eating and exercise easier, because we need that. And if you haven't yet, I would be so grateful if you could leave a quick review on Apple Podcasts. It truly means the world to me and helps the show reach more amazing moms like you. All right, time to chase my toddler around. Stay strong and nourished, and I will be back on Monday with another episode. Talk soon.